Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan signed a presidential decree shortly after the country's highest court revoked a 1934 cabinet decision that turned the edifice into a museum.
Tüm camilerimiz gibi
Like all our other mosques, the doors of Hagia Sophia will be open to all locals, foreigners, Muslims and non-Muslims. Being the common heritage of humankind, Hagia Sophia will continue to embrace everyone in a most sincere, unique way with its new status.
Hagia Sophia was built as a Christian Orthodox cathedral 1500 years ago and was converted into a mosque after the Ottoman conquest in 1453. Turkey's decision has caused outrage in Greece and Russia, home to millions of Orthodox followers. Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew had earlier warned the decision would disappoint millions of Christians around the world. But President Erdogan says deciding the purpose of Hagia Sophia is Turkey's sovereign right. Hagia Sophia is Turkey's most popular tourist site, attracting nearly 4 million visitors a year. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and part of the historic areas of Istanbul. The UN wants to make sure no changes are made to the structure.
The best look at ancient Constantinople is a church-turned-mosque that's been considered among the greatest houses of worship in both the Christian and Muslim worlds. Hagia Sophia, the great church of Constantinople. Built by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian in the early 6th century on the grandest scale possible, it was later converted into a mosque by the conquering Ottomans. Today, it's a museum. Hagia Sophia, which marks the high point of Byzantine architecture, is the pinnacle of that society's 6th century glory days. This church was completed in 537, just about when Europe was entering its Dark Ages. For 4 centuries after that, Christians in Europe looked to Constantinople as the leading city in Christendom, and this was its leading church. This clever dome-upon-dome construction was the biggest dome anywhere until the Cathedral of Florence was finished during the Renaissance 900 years later. The vast interior gives the impression of a golden, weightless shell, gracefully disguising the massive overhead load supported by masterful Byzantine engineering. 40 arched windows shed a soft light on the interior, showing off the church's original marble and glittering mosaics. But the Byzantine Empire collapsed in the 15th century, and Hagia Sophia was turned into a mosque. Christian mosaics were plastered over, and new religious symbols replaced the old. This church was built to face Jerusalem. Mosques face Mecca. When Hagia Sophia became a mosque, they couldn't move the church, but they could move the focal point of the praying. Notice how the prayer niche is just a little bit off center. That's because it faces Mecca.